Hello everybody, this is Sebastian Furtado and welcome to my channel. Today we'll be talking about L'Heure de Nuit, a perfume from 2012 from Guerlain. Um, the creation of this perfume is credited to Thierry Vasset. I'm trying to get the L'Heure de Nuit right there. This bottle, it's not the original bottle the perfume came in. This is from a limited edition from 2016, which was composed of 5 Quadrilobé bottles. The name of this bottle is Quadrilobé. It's a classic bottle from Guerlain, and which has been taken recently to house Mon Guerlain, but with a sprayer. So this is the classic Quadrilobé without a sprayer. This is the collection it was part of. These are the other bottles that was part of this collection. There was Spiritueuse de Bouvigny right there, L'Eau de Nuit, and then there was Central Royal and Oriental Brûlant also. So this was a beautiful collection. But the perfume is from 2012. I believe I just said that. And it's a gorgeous classic scent. It's just like Nuit du Longchamp, which was my last video. This is also a very abstract bouquet of iris, violet, almond, what else? Let me spray. Shall we? Okay, this is an atomizer that I bought from Amazon. It comes in a pack of 4. This is my favorite from all of them. They're quite cute. Beautiful, beautiful powdery bomb. But it's so delicate. It's so delightful. It's very pleasant. You've seen how much I just sprayed, yet it doesn't overwhelm. It's not an overwhelming perfume. It's so beautiful. It's so delicate. It's very powdery. Right off the get-go, it's powder. Like L'Heure Bleue, but this is not as potent as L'Heure Bleue. And it's not as herbal, because the opening of L'Heure Bleue is very herbal to me. I get a lot of unease. I do not detect that in this perfume. It's quite the contrary. It's pretty much the powderness, the flowery aspects of it, without the herbal touches. A lot of people say that this is a younger version of L'Heure Bleue. I do see why they say that, but they're 2 very different perfumes with a similar family resemblance, but they're very different. Especially during the dry down. I put this one earlier today, around 7 in the morning when I woke up, and what time was it? It was around 11 or 12. I touched my neck, and I smelled my hand, and I said, this reminds me of something else. And then I was trying to make sense of what it was. And what it was reminding me, it was actually Mon Précieux Nectar. And that was very interesting, because the almond did become quite potent in the dry down of L'Heure de Nuit, when I do not get that in L'Heure Bleue at all. It's something totally different. So it's very I get hues of dark purple. Like this color, this bottle is very perfect for this perfume, because the color of the perfume is blue, you cannot see it in here because the color of the bottle itself is blue. But when you buy it in the big bottle, which is in the presentation it used to come, let me see if I find a picture of it here. Yes, you could see the color of the perfume very well, but it ages. When it ages, it becomes brown, so it's not that appealing when it ages. But okay, yes, there's a back picture because I'm zooming in, but that's the color it used to come in. I mean, that's the color of the perfume. But now this one, it's starting to go brown. But I'm glad you don't see because of the color of. So yeah, this is what it looks like when it's old. Let me see if I find a better picture here, because this one has some writing over it. It's not good. Okay, here. Found it. Okay, so yeah, the color fades, it changes, because I believe this is not a natural color. It's definitely an add-on color, and this is what it ages to, what it changes to. It does become a brown. I don't think mine is this shade yet, but you can tell it's not blue anymore. It's a brown, it's light brownish. Yeah, it has something slightly tangy in the opening also. I don't know if it's the heliotrope, because heliotrope is listed in this perfume too. But yes, it's very powdery, makeup-y, you know, the powder that you expect from L'Heure Bleu, that same kind of powderiness, with lots of violet, lots of iris, and almond. The almond in the beginning, it's very subdued, it's very in the background, very much in the background. It does become more predominant in the dry down. The dry down, it's very almondy on my skin, at least. It's so pleasant. It's so gorgeous. When I wear this perfume, every time, without without hesitation, I close my eyes and I not imagine, but like I can see somebody walking late afternoon, not night yet, because this is called L'Heure de Nuit, but it's which translates to hour of the night hour. But I don't see night when I wear this perfume. I see mid to late afternoon with an orange kind of sky, but there's nothing orange about this perfume. To me, it's very much blue and purple. But that's the image that I have in my mind, walking by the Seine river in Paris in the mid to late afternoon. The sky, it's not dark yet. It's not like the L'Heure Bleu. It's not that idea of, you know, transitioning from afternoon to night when you get that beautiful color of blue in the sky. But no, it's before that. And yeah, it's just so gorgeous. And this brings me to something else that I'd like to talk about today, briefly, because I was also watching a interview, I should say, with Thierry Vasser, done by the German Vogue. It's on YouTube. You should watch because it's really nice. Him talking about, you know, process of creation and inspiration and all of that. And at one point, he says something very interesting. I saved the audio part of it, so I'm going to play. Let me see if I. Okay, I'm gonna play now.
to enjoy the music, you don't need to know exactly what a fragrance is made of to enjoy it. And actually, when I'm coming here at Théâtre des Champs-Élysées, for example, to get to a concert, it's like an open window to my own imagination. Because the music, which has been written by some artist, tells a story that only the composer knows. And you make your own story out of that story. And that's where your whole imagination opens up to the music. And for me, it is the same experience than with the fragrance.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. And this is something that I find that is being lost today in the fragrance community, especially because everybody wants to be so intellectual when it comes to perfumes, and everybody's always trying to break down a composition and saying, I smell this, I detected these notes, and I detect those notes. But to me, that's not, to me personally, that's not what the experience of wearing perfume is. My personal experience of wearing a perfume is extremely personal, and it's very visual and emotional. That is my connection to perfumes. When I wear something, I don't focus on this is a wonderful. I get a lot of iris. There's a very powdery iris here. Yeah, it's very pleasant. I guess they use this and that and all. No, I don't know how many people that do that. Actually, I don't know if there's any. I don't know if I know anybody that does that actually, but there are people out there that do it. And my focus is, like I just described before, it takes me to this place, and this is what a perfume is to me. That's the magic of wearing perfume. It takes me to some place. It takes me elsewhere. It gives me emotion. It's like he said, when a composer is composing something, he has that inspiration, that connection to what he's creating, that only she knows what it is, and we can translate that to something else. An example of that to me was Fall Flowers from Guerlain, which was composed by Thierry Vasser, and I met him once a few years ago, and it's one of my favorite perfumes. I love that perfume very much because it has a very candid connection to parts of my childhood. To him, he did say that it's even on the website that his inspiration was a flower shop in the morning filled with fresh cut flowers and wet, dewy, with a mist of water all over them. And I can see that, I can totally see that. But to me, that perfume conveys something else. The perfume to me brings me back to when I was about 6 or 7 years old, and I was at this very specific place that was very present in my childhood, and it was very early in the spring, wasn't even fall, and cold mornings I would get out of the bedroom in the house, and the floor of the house was this stone that not soapstone. I can't remember what's the name of that stone is, but it was a gray stone, very cold. And I remember waking up and putting my feet on the floor and feeling that cold going all the way up to to the top of my spine, and walking out of the house, opening the French doors, and seeing the nature and being surrounded by the trees, and walking outside with my bare feet and feeling the wet grass in the morning, and that's what that perfume brings to me. I don't care about the notes. Um, it smells beautiful. I love what it smells. I love how it makes me feel, and I love that it brings me that connection. And it always brings me peace and happiness and joy when I wear that perfume, whenever I smell that perfume, because it has that magical touch. It has a magical connection with a very delightful memory of my childhood. So yes, you don't have to know all the notes. Of course, that when I'm explaining to you um, what I what I think of a perfume, I have to break down into notes, and whatever notes I can detect, because that's my experience that I'm trying to express to you, so you can understand in a more um, relatable way. So my my emotions, my memories, my connections are very private. They're very own. It's even though they're very all that I just described, I still try to pass them along, because to me that's how perfumes um, make me feel. So yes, it's not about notes. It's not about anything else, but it's all about what it makes you feel and how it makes you feel and how you like it. So yes, it's very special. I hope you enjoyed spending time with me. I hope you enjoyed what I had to say. Um, Thank you for your time. Thank you for spending time with me. And I hope you have a great morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are in the world. And the world doesn't need more beauty lovers. Bye.